Hey guys, welcome to our Keynotes. In the previous video, we have discussed about string annotations and we have implemented the same in the NetBeans. In this video, I'll talk about AOP, that is aspect-oriented programming. So aspect-oriented programming is basically the program structure where we're gonna break the programming logic into small concerns, means small modules. We call it as small aspects. Fine. So because of this, it enables modularity in the programming. So it will be easy for developing the program as we are splitting the programming logic into small parts. So once if it is splitted, then the development will be done. And then at the time of execution, the points will get joined and then it will get executed. Fine. So now we will see that few concepts which are used in AOP. The first one is aspects. As I said that we are going to cut the logic into different aspects. So that's what about this. And then join points in the sense during the time of execution, you need to, you know, uh, join all the aspects and advice. So there are five different types of advices which can be taken before developing the idea, I mean, a project or after getting the error or after execution. So there are five advices. We will see that one in the upcoming slide. So point cut, and then we have, which means that which match the joins points because we have splitted our business logic into different aspects. So now point cut in the sense that it should join, right? Basically, like which particular module should be joined with what for the execution purpose. So that is point cut. And then introduction in the sense that we can add some additional information, variables or methods, something like that. Target object is the object which is to be referred during the execution. Fine. And AOP proxy is the object or means which is basically implemented during the contracts. Okay. Then weaving in the sense again, it's like linking aspects, all the aspects, uh, so that the execution can be done in the runtime. Means runtime linking can be done so that it would be easy. So now advices, there are five types of advices: before advice, after returning advice, after throwing advice, after finally advice, and around advice. We have discussed all these things, in the classes. So I'm just jumping into the demo as of now. Fine. So before advice means that before the execution of your program, and this particular method will get executed. And after returning advice, this will be done. I mean, executed after the join point is completed. And then throwing exception means throwing advice in the sense that after getting exception, we will get an advice and then the program will get fixed. Similarly, this finally advice will ensure that we reach the exit point. Okay. Around advice can be taken during the, what, the development. So now this is the hierarchy where you have to extend or you have to implement these interfaces in this way. Like if you need to implement method before advice, then you need to extend this, you need to implement this before advice, and then it comes from basically this advice. So a detailed explanation is mentioned here. So these interfaces, and accordingly it should be implemented with these interfaces. Now I'll just go to NetBeans. I'll show you a small demo on the AOP, Spring aspect-oriented programming. So this is a very simple demonstration which I'm going to perform. And you can see that the class name is A and I have a method M and I'm just printing my business logic. As of now, I don't have any logic, but this is a simple implementation which I have to perform. So this is my business logic and I'm going to perform before advice. So I'm importing the required packages like Spring Framework.aop after advice, method before advice. I have shown you the hierarchy diagram and I'm implementing this. I'm using implements method before advice. The method name is before, and I'm just printing something like this is some additional advice before the actual logic. Okay, now I have the main method here, test.java, and again I'm importing the required packages. So this is bean factory and application factory, both I'm importing. Then actually I'm using the application context only, fine, over here. Now what I'm trying to do is that I'm going to read this XML file. In all the examples, in the previous examples we did the same, right? We used to create one bean file and then we will pass that one into either application context or bean factory. And then after passing the XML file, then we will create, the reference for the class, that is A over here, and then context dot get bean. So the bean name is proxy, and from this class A dot class, then I'm calling the method M, so that it will print the business logic. Fine for me. Now let's explore this XML file, and then you can see that I have created three beans. So the bean ID over here, this is for obj for the class A, and again another bean ID, something like BA, like before advice. And then I have the third bean ID, that is proxy, and then I'm referring to this class. All right, and then I'm saying this is my target. My target is basically property name equal to target, and the reference is obj. So this is my target, means I want to print my business logic, and then property name is equal to interceptor names. Now what happens, it and then inside that I'm saying that BA, the value is BA, that means this business advisor will get intercepted into this. Now what happens, now if I run the program, let me run this here, and you can see this. So actually it should execute only the business logic, but as I have used the advice methods, that too before advice, so that will get intercepted, and then it will be printed first, means my advice will be taken, and then the business logic will be printed. Similarly, if you use after advice or after exception or something, so accordingly it will get printed. So these are all the differences where you can see. And this is how the uh, AOP works. Uh, so you can try this even, and then let me know if you have got any queries on this. Uh, if you like the video, hit the like button. Thank you, and thanks for watching the video.